Okay, Bluetooth, this is a part 2 to my videos because I was recording and during my explanation in my recording, boyfriend decided to video chat me and interrupt the entire video. So, good job! Good job, honey. But anyway, this is my reaction rant to Supergirl Season 2 Episode 9 titled Supergirl Lives, which is the mid-season premiere of the second half of Season 2. And I did explain in my previous videos, it's either The Flash, Arrow, or Legends. I explained that I will most likely be watching Supergirl later on, probably after the other shows, Flash, Arrow, and Legends, after they show up, which is most likely, I'll probably watch Supergirl probably like maybe later on Wednesday night or maybe Thursday or Friday, and then do an recording and upload of that later, mainly due to the fact that before Supergirl came back, we all know Supergirl premieres, usually shows Mondays at 8 p.m. And unfortunately, before Supergirl, the second half showed up, one of my shows that was on Freeform that I was waiting so long for it to finally come back, it premiered Season 2, like literally a few weeks before all the CW DC shows showed up, and it is also on Mondays at 8 p.m. And I had to make a decision on which one I was actually going to watch. Because, the show I'm talking about is Shadowhunters. And it shows up, it's on Freeform, Mondays at 8 p.m. Supergirl, CW, Mondays at 8 p.m. So I had to make a decision on which one I wanted to watch and which one I was willing to miss and watch later. And I chose to miss and watch Supergirl later, mainly because, for starters, I do not have a recording device or anything of that similarity on my TV in particular. My mom is the one with the recording box in her room, and she locks her room all the time, and there's only 3 TVs in this house. One in my room, one in my mother's, the one in the family room, and my mom is the only one that has the recording device in her room, and she locks her room all the time. So, because of that, I can't record Supergirl and watch it later, or Shadowhunters and watch that later. And so I am resorted to the apps, CW and Freeform app, respectively, but unfortunately my Freeform app is not working. So, but my CW one is. That's why I chose to watch Shadowhunters instead of Supergirl. And probably most likely catch up on Supergirl on the CW app afterwards. So anyway, 3 minutes into explaining. Let's do this. Episode 9 titled Supergirl Lives. Supergirl Lives. Sorry. I don't remember much. This is mainly based on memory. So, I remember at one point, Kara's all like fighting some bad guys. I think they're like robbers or something like that. And when she stops them, she notices that a few of them are missing. And it pretty much cuts off to, I think maybe 2 of them running away. I'm guessing was part of the group that Kara stopped. And they end up getting stopped by James in his Guardian persona. And notices that one is heading toward Wynn, and Wynn does manage to hit the dude in the face with the van door, but gets attacked by the other one, and Wynn gets horribly beaten up while trying to help James, and it pretty much leads Wynn to believe that he's not fit for the field, right? And Kara starts an investigation about these strange series of missing persons, like, happening all around the city, right? And the DEO manages to track the kidnappings to what they believe is a fake clinical trial. Apparently, like, all these missing people have been going to a clinical trial, which apparently is a front because this fake clinical trial is what's kidnapping all these poor innocent people, right? And apparently this fake clinical trial is revealed to be run by aliens. And tracking them down, Kara goes through the portal and tells Mon-El to, tell Alex and all them, tell the DEO about it, but Mon-El ends up following her through the portal. Hang on. Where was I? Sorry, I heard noises and I had to pause the video for a sec. But anyway, Mon-El ends up following Kara through the portal, and apparently they enter a planet called Maladoria or something like that. Apparently, Maladoria is the center of what seems to be an alien slave trade, and Mon-El seems to know this because apparently Daxam has had slaves or something like that. And Kara's like, oh yeah, I forgot Daxam had slaves. And Mon-El's like, you know what? There are some things in Daxam that I did not agree with, and that would be one of them. Which is a nice thing for Mon-El to say. It's like, yeah, he's proud to be a Daxam. He loves his planet, you know, I'm a Daxam, all that good stuff. But to see him say, hey, I did not like the fact that they're into slaves. I did not like that at all. So I like that, seeing like a compassionate side to Mon-El, seeing that he did not like the idea of slaves. So I was like, good for you, Mon-El, good for you. But anyways, not only that, they realized that while being on Maladoria has a red sun. And because Maladoria has a red sun, they pretty much are powerless. Because remember if I remember correctly, in the comics with Superman, they are not really good with red sun. So apparently also works on Mon-El, because he too loses his powers because of Maladoria's red sun. And the pair of them end up tracking the kidnappees to this fortress. And in order to get to them, they intentionally get themselves captured so they could get put into the same cell as all the other people that were kidnapped, right? While that's happening, they also find out that Roulette, you remember Roulette, the one that made the whole battle royale with all the aliens? Yeah, apparently she's also involved with the alien trafficking. Or not alien well, the slave trade anyway, she's involved, you know? And back on Earth, Jean reveals that Maladorian atmosphere is very lethal to Martians, so he cannot really go with Alex and the others to pretty much rescue Kara and Mon-El. And so, because of that, Alex takes the lead with the rescue team and manages to convince Wynn to join her. And while they get there, Kara pretty much incites a riot. And during that riot, the prisoners manage to lock Roulette and her Maladorian accomplice in a cell, and they manage to escape. And as they're escaping, though, I thought this was really interesting. Kara's all getting all the kidnappees out and everything out through the portal, and Mon-El, he tries to shield himself so the aliens that managed to catch up wouldn't shoot Kara or any of the kidnappees. But this is what I thought was interesting. I think that's a denominator that I'm seeing. There were two aliens, one that had a gun pointed at Mon-El, and I think that was a denominator I saw that told the guy no and said, in his own little alien language, he's like, no, do not shoot him, right? And not only did he stop the other alien from shooting Mon-El, he actually bowed to Mon-El. If you actually look really closely, he looks like he's doing this, bowing, right? And hang on. Sorry about that, guys. I keep hearing stuff. I swear there are way too many cats in my street, let alone on top of my roof. But anyway, again, where I was leaving off, I thought it was very interesting that that second alien that I believe is a denominator stops the first alien from shooting Mon-El, allowing him to escape, and what seems like to be bowing to him, like, I bow to you. Like, is Mon-El the prince? Because remember, Mon-El said that the prince made Mon-El escape, but I think, as well as many other people think, that Mon-El might be lying about that. I don't think the prince let Mon-El escape. I think Mon-El is the prince, right? But anyway, that one alien that looks like a denominator lets Mon-El escape along with Supergirl and the rest of the escapees, and they reunite with the DEO, and they manage to get through the portal and return to Earth. And during that whole thing, Wynn realizes, he has potential and he accepts it, while Mon-El, who of course the Maladorians intentionally allowed to leave, decides, you know what? I want to become a superhero. And I thought that was really courageous of Mon-El. I mean, he's really developing into his own person. I don't know what his personality was before he reached Earth while he was on Daxam, I'm predicting that he is actually the prince and that he's actually lying about the whole, oh, the prince let me escape, told me to go. I think he is the prince. I don't know his personality when he was on Daxam before he reached Earth, but his development here, you know, getting a job at the bar, from what we saw, he's now the bartender at that alien bar. The fact that he now wants to be a superhero, and his cute developing relationship with Kara, which I think is adorable because, you know, Krypton and Daxam are sister planets, but the people of Krypton and the people of Daxam just don't like each other, and the fact that Kara and Mon-El are pretty much bridging that gap, I absolutely love it. I just like the fact that he's developing into such a nice guy. He's funny too. He has like funny moments where I like him. I really do like him, and I hope that he sticks around more often. Cause, you know, now that Kara's cousin, you know, Clark, aka Superman, he's back in his own city. Kara needs someone close, you know? Yes, Mon-El is not from Krypton, but Daxam is the sister planet to Krypton, so that's pretty damn close to Krypton as you can get. And she needs someone to relate to. And since she can't have her cousin, why not have Mon-El? I'm just saying. But anyway, back at that Maladoria, an alien group pretty much shows up at Maladoria. And they pretty much are revealed to be searching for Mon-El, so I'm only guessing these are the same people that were on a ship all looking for Mon-El and stuff like that. They show up at Maladoria and they show like Mon-El's face, like, oh, we're looking for him and all that stuff. Oh, he's no longer here. And they're like, where did he go? It's like, he's back on Earth. And they end up killing the poor man after he says that. Anyway, during this episode, I thought there were also cute moments between Maggie and Alex, which is awesome, especially when Kara tells Alex in the beginning, go hang out with your girlfriend. And I was like, bestow my heart right now. But also, one pivotal thing that happened between Maggie and Alex is the fact that Maggie actually tells Alex that she knows that Kara is Supergirl. And I thought that was really interesting. It's like, I don't remember that much, but I remember she was teasing Alex to the fact that her glasses don't really help out with the disguise. But other than that, I don't remember how she knew. But, yeah, Maggie does definitely know that Kara is Supergirl. So, I like the relationship between Alex and Maggie. I like how they're officially titled girlfriends. I love it. I like Mon-El's developing character. Like, again, I don't know what he was like back in Daxam. He was probably like a cocky prick, like we saw in the beginning. But I like how he's becoming more kind-hearted, and I like the fact that Kara and Mon-El are kind of bridging that gap between their planets because, like I said, Krypton and Daxam, they didn't like each other. And Kara and Mon-El are pretty much bridging that gap, which I love. What I really love also is the fact that Winn, he's an amazing person. He could be an amazing hero. That's why I'm really, really glad that Winn sees that there's potential in himself, you know, that he doesn't doubt himself at all, because keep this in mind, he's the son of a criminal, a bad guy, and I wanted him to see that he doesn't have to be his father. He could be a good guy. He could be a hero himself in his own special way. And so I'm glad that he's, you know, propping himself up like that. I like it. But anyway, this is a good episode. Props to Kevin Smith for directing it. Love the title too, so I can't wait to see episode 10, which is premiering tonight, which I'm most likely going to see on the CW app. Probably like Wednesday night or Thursday. Anyway, see you guys soon. Bye, BooTube.